We are live Saturday morning on December 30th. 1.5 days left of this year as we head to 2024. We're going to have Shohei Ohtani, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, come on, Tim, in our lineup along with Tyler Glasnow. And who might be next? All right, so are the Dodgers going to have a shot at Shota Imanaga? That is the question. So let's hope so. We're seeing all sorts of things come about. We have some tweets coming out in Japanese. Let's go to that, take a quick look, and you can see, translate the post. Dodgers are considering acquiring Shota Imanaga. Local report says, are they going to acquire 3 Japanese players? Yes, folks, the 3 samurai could be in effect, as we talked about a few weeks ago. And trademark right there, huh? 3 samurai right here. Candidates, the transfer destination, Dodgers, Yankees, Mets, Red Sox, Giants. They're saying the contract, $85 million over 5 years with potential to reach $100. I think that will be it. It'll be $100. Will the Dodgers do it? That is the question. And I think the answer's got to be a resounding yes. Giolito is out, so that innings eater's gone. Imanaga is a lefty. Throws around 93, 94. Gives up a few dongs, but not in the Lance Lynn or Lucas Giolito mode. Lance Lynn is on his own level with that. But Giolito going to Boston, that's going to be crazy. So Imanaga, that means if they really are going to do something like this, they have to go to the 6-man rotation. Let's talk about the benefits of that as we talk about Imanaga. So right now, going into the season, you've got Yamamoto, Glasnow, Bobby Miller, Emmett Sheehan, Ryan Yarbrough, with Walker Buehler coming soon, and then hopefully Clayton Kershaw. And then there's still guys like Gavin Stone and Landon Knack and Michael Grove and on and on and on. There's a ton of guys. Now's the time for the 6-man rotation. People go, well, the Dodgers, it kind of works out this 6-man rotation anyway. Well, guess what? It doesn't. You know why it doesn't? Because the last 3 years, our starting pitchers have been exhausted and have not been the same. So I don't want to hear that anymore. They need to go to a legit 6-man rotation. That means you don't skip anybody because there's an off day. You literally go with the 6-man rotation. 2021, Buehler was fried, Scherzer was fried. Kershaw broke before the playoffs even started. And I'm probably missing something. 2022, Urias and Kershaw were not sharp. Gonsolin was toast. 2023, you saw what happened. I don't want to hear anything more about, it works out as a 6-man rotation. No, it doesn't. It actually does not work that way. So I'm kind of tired of that. Sorry to get a little pissy this morning, but I'm tired of that. It's time for the 6-man rotation. What has worked in the past no longer works with these types of pitchers. And with the I'm going to say the China Doll arms, right? These are not pitchers in general that have gone for a long time in terms of innings and stuff. Glasnow, 120. I know he went a little higher in the Pirates organization. Great. Welcome to the 2010s. Walker Buehler, rehabbing, getting better. Bobby Miller he's not going to throw, when you throw postseason in, if you want to make a World Series run, that's well over 200 innings for guys like Miller, Glasnow, Yamamoto, maybe an Imanaga, maybe a Sheehan. That's insane. It's not good. Just make the 6-man rotation. Go with it for 4 to 5 months. Then you start narrowing things. Then you start piggybacking guys, things like that. But this is the time. Now is the time. Get Imanaga. Pay the money. Go to the 6-man rotation. You're going to need it anyway with Shohei in 2025. You don't want to just throw all these different pitchers who've never done real long seasons. None of these guys have actually pitched a full season except Imanaga. Everyone else has never pitched a full season. Bobby Miller hasn't pitched a full season. He missed the first month last year. Tyler Glasnow obviously hasn't. Walker Buehler, he's coming off TJ. He pitched back in 2021 and was dead by the end of the year. Clayton Kershaw has not had a healthy season since, I think, 2015 when he struck out 301 batters, and I think should have gotten the Cy Young, either him or Greinke. So that's my feelings on signing Shota Imanaga to go with the other two samurai, Shohei Ohtani, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, and start the 6-man rotation. What do y'all think? Leave your comments. Let's end. All right. Well, let's chat a bit, huh? All right. Get rid of my funky glasses. Just farting around here. You like my In-N-Out glasses? I mean, come on. Get a load of those. And I actually did that whole segment with them on reading through the things. But that is what you get for free. Oh, look. Oh, my gosh. I got to go back in the chat. We got some stuff. All right. It's a great day to sign Shota Imanaga. Yes, Dodgers Explicit. You are on it. Grizzmonster. Afternoon. Good morning for me, but afternoon for you. Right on. Yeah, player. Good morning. Trey B, if Shohei wants him, then he's a Dodger. I think it's that simple. I think you are right, Trey. I think there's a lot going on there. And I think we're going to see that as we see with the Sasaki stuff. Does he want to go with Darvish and his crappy contract and his career going down the toilet? Or does he want to go with the Dodgers on the upswing? Here's being offered 5 for $150. Ooh. Ouch. Ooh, man. Oh, Michael, yeah, man, I got that bookmark. Let's talk about that. Thank you. What a crossover there. So I have it on the bookmark. Where is it? Aha. Look at that from Jim Allen. Sounds like this guy's a really good source. I think he understands Japanese. This is news. The one that sources have wanted me to tread lightly on is the relationship between Yamamoto and his biomechanical guru, Osamu Yada. Osamu. I'm wrong. Sorry, folks. Sorry, Mr. Yada, who has guided Yamamoto's unique physical training and mechanics. The Dodgers, Sponichi in NX reports, are going to hire Yada. Dodgers looking to change the game again. That's what's going on. Yeah, there's some revolution going on, folks. Thanks, Michael, for that. The Dodgers are adapting and adjusting as the years go on. I'm sure they will go to a 6-man rotation. I think so, too. Austin Brubaker from Dodgers Daily. Welcome aboard. See, Dave asks, plus there's no compensation needed to sign Imanaga. Preach. Grizz, I've called for a 6-man rotation since 2013 when Kershaw became pitching of cable full season. I know. I came on 2019 where I just got it. This isn't working. Let's see. Ryan, my man. You think the Dodgers will leave any free agents for the Angels? Of course. They can't get them all. And let's be honest, it's a weird little time. And it's a good one to be a Dodger fan, obviously, because the Dodgers are doing something different with the Japanese market. So there's something really going on here. There's just something different going on. They have a real they have a really big plan. That's one of the. Someone mentioned it, and it's always going to be my response to the Padre people saying, "Hey, you guys are wasting your money. You're spending your money No. The Padres spend their money unwisely. They gave a $50 million or 50-year contract or whatever to Fernando Tatis, and he hadn't even played 162 games yet. Facts. And they gave him, a 14-year contract to a clown. You don't do that stuff. You just don't do that. And then they gave, of course, then it gets really bad, okay? So I understand the Machado move. They didn't want him to opt out and then lose him. Now I can Monday morning quarterback that all day, but I'm not going to do that to him because when he did it, when they signed him to his new extension, I was like, yeah, you got to do that. He's your guy. But then the unforced errors. Xander Bogaerts, who's a good player, but is already 30 and not one of the greatest shortstops you've ever seen. They signed him 11 years, $280 million. Wow. Then, same offseason, Yu Darvish had another year left on his contract and they said, oh, no, let's extend you. Let's cut that contract out, that last year, and let's give you a 6-year contract to a 36-year-old pitcher. Say what? A 6-year contract to a 36-year-old pitcher that averages, I think, is 15 plus per year. And he's breaking down. He breaks down a lot, but he's probably due for, regretfully, another Tommy John. That's going to happen for him. And I actually like you, despite him being all sad about and pissy, seems about Yamamoto and Ohtani signing with the Dodgers instead of your San Diego Padres. But and then the last one, the creme de la creme. Actually, there's two of them. The first one was signing Matt Carpenter, who had like 50 good games with the Yankees because he's hitting over the short porch. Signed him to a 2-year, $12 million contract for a guy that is only a DH and has a really bad mustache and is a salsa dork. But he sounds like he's actually a good dude, I'm sure. And then the best, Jake Cronenworth. Overrated 2022 All-Star batting, in the low 200s over Gavin Lux, who was batting around 290 at the time. He was an All-Star for some reason because of stupid voting situation. And they, with 3 years before free agency, and we got to pull this one up because this one is my favorite contract. Jake Cronenworth contract. It's obviously in my, let's see, Sport Track says. So again, he wasn't going to be a free agent till after 2025. Okay? And they sign him to this dumbest contract. 7 years, $80 million. With a luxury tax of over $11 million for basically, he's a decent player. He's a decent player. I like him in a lot of ways. I take him on my team, but unforced error. He was signed to this contract with 3 years before free agency. And he didn't hit free agency till age 32. Come on. Come on, man. Come on, man. Really. Great job, Padres. You should fire AJ Preller. All right, back to the chat. I love the Padres. I love talking about how stupid Preller is. When he's really a good scout, though. There's no doubt he can spot talent, but man, what an idiot. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Montgomery over Imanaga for me and money might not be that much different. Yeah, I don't think they're going to do that. I think that's a Boris thing. I think he makes a lot more than Imanaga, and I just don't think that's happening. I think Montgomery is going to get a sick contract, like 6/180. I think at the end of the day, Imanaga is going to get 5/110 or something like that. I like Montgomery though. Oh, and if they get him, I'm ecstatic, and I would rather have him over Imanaga. Given the amount of arm injury, 6-man rotation, and no restriction or on long toss. Yeah, and they're learning. They're going to adjust. That's why they're bringing in this Japanese, super physician, what do they call him? He is a biomechanical guru. Let's get used to that. Biomechanical guru. Everybody, biomechanical guru. Let's see. Grismonster. Lizardo. I still want him. Just got explicitly more expensive now that the Cardinals jumped in the prospect bonanza for him. Yeah. That's going to be tough to get. Do you hear? The Rangers are serious about Kershaw. Yeah. For some reason, they really are. I think it's a mistake for them. All the questionable Padres contracts, Cronenworth is the most puzzling. Yeah. Trey, yeah, I'm kind of on one, it feels like today. You know what? I haven't even had any caffeine. All I've had is water. I don't know. I probably, because if I would have started drinking a bunch of caffeine, I would have had to take a bathroom break. You guys don't want that. I don't want that. I think that's I try to be professional as much as I can, but as I started out with these glasses. All right, like I said, I'm on one. Let's see. On the Ranger front, even if they're interested in Kershaw, they still need Montgomery or Snell to carry them to the All-Star break. I know they got everyone coming back. Maybe at the All-Star break. They might have Scherzer at the All-Star break. They might have DeGrom at the All-Star break. It's not happening. They might have Kershaw, if they get him Kershaw, at the All-Star break. $11 million a year is cheaper than Taylor. Yeah, I'll still take Taylor. Taylor has actually done some things. He's actually done a lot of things for the Dodgers, and there's a difference. He was a free agent versus Cronenworth wasn't going to be a free agent for 3 years, and they have Cronenworth locked up in that contract until age 37. Give me Chris Taylor any day over Cronenworth in terms of the way the contracts were played out. Plus, never forget, Chris Taylor has never done anything wrong in his whole life. We know this. Has there ever been any reports on Imanaga? Yeah, they're floating around. I'll go back to this one really quick here just to show you. Imanaga. You can see I got some other topics to talk about. From the Showtime News, I make sure I'm following them. I need to follow them now because they are a big account. We got Dodgers, Yankees, Mets, Red Sox, Giants, etc. I'm sure Padres and everyone else. Everyone's going to be on Imanaga. Pitching is at a premium, obviously. With stolen bases back on the rise, any concerns on right-handed pitching and poor run defenses? Roster is currently constructed. Oh, yeah. They did improve last year. That's something for sure. They improved. The season was terrible when they started. People like Dustin May don't care about holding runners on. Noah Syndergaard, just no thought to that. That's not pitching. That's throwing. Pitching includes holding runners, playing defense, being able to get to slide step. That's a pitcher. These other guys are just throwers, and it's just frustrating. Where it's a single, it's an automatic double, and it's automatic double, and a simple blooper becomes an RBI because they're lazy on that. Kenley Jansen, the terrible at that too. Yeah, let's talk about that. I just saw that about back to Jim Allen. Talking about Roki. The Boris assumption has proven to be incorrect. It appears he's being represented by Joel Wolf of Wasserman, who represents Senga, Suzuki, Darvish, and Yamamoto. So that doesn't, I mean, let's be honest, that doesn't hurt. I don't remember who Imanaga's agent is, though. Is it Shota Imanaga? I like saying Imanaga and even writing it out. Agent. Who is his agent? So weak. Come on, folks. This isn't hard. Sorry about the ads in there. It's amazing. They can't, you make an article and you don't even know who his agent is. So I'm going to leave that alone for now. But I'd like to know who that is for sure. All right, back to the chat. Take me back to the chat. All right. Chance they sell or dump Gonsolin or CT3. They're not going to dump CT3. I don't see that happening. Maybe Gonsolin. 2024 will be the highest they ever drafted, and they shouldn't lose their current pace if they go over the tax. They might, yeah. Wolf also, represents Glasnow, correct. Biomechanical guru, physical therapist, yoga specialist. Yeah, I think Cirque du Soleil. Well, you know what? That's one of the things. That's where growth comes from, right? Things have to change because where we're at with baseball pitchers is we truly have a Tommy John epidemic. We're getting a shoulder epidemic also. And there needs to be some changes because they're doing some stuff wrong. They're doing stuff wrong. The way to mix what they're doing with throwing 120% every pitch isn't working. Guys are breaking down. So they got to make some changes there. And maybe this is a start. But the Dodgers, they are usually on the cutting, bleeding edge of everything. So we'll see. Okay, Brian says, Joe Wolf, when interviewed after Yama PR, said he grew up in L.A. with Yama and Glasnow. That's a great sign for Sasaki. There you go. Yeah. Marlins are desperate for hitting and have nothing at catcher at any level. How about Busch, Vargas, and Cartaya for Luzardo? It'll take more than that. It'll take Dodgers 2020. What a great team. It'll take rushing instead of Cartaya. And you're going to have to put two of the younger starters in there. Let me pull up my mini list here that I have. They would probably have to give up Sheehan for Luzardo, and then someone like Kyle Hurt or Nick Frasso or something like that. It's going to take a lot to get Luzardo. I have said four prospects, two of them being pitching prospects, kind of getting close to ready to go pitching prospects. Imanaga gets Ks, but also gives up HRs. Yes, he does. And Dodger Stadium is relatively homer friendly. Yeah, they'll have to work on that. They will have to work on that. Let's see. We have soft tissue issues with pitchers and players, period. Yeah. They got to fix some stuff, don't they? Sometimes, and I talked about this before, some of these guys are throwing harder than their bodies should allow it. They're just overthrowing what they're capable of. Let's look at Destiny. 6'6", but he weighs about 150 pounds. I'm kidding. I'm exaggerating a bit, but he's throwing really hard, and his body just isn't handling it. Plus, his mechanics are brutal. Doomsal Bauer does a great job tracking pitching workouts, rest time, peak performance. Yeah, I would wonder what his thoughts are on a six-man rotation. Like him or hate him or don't care, but Trevor Bauer has been on the cutting edge of pitching for quite a while. If every pitcher, or if more pitchers did what he does in terms of working on his profession, they'd be better off. I don't recall Bauer having many arm issues. Do you see that Baseball America has the Dodgers the number one hitting farm system in the minors? Yeah, that's insane to me for some reason. Yeah, because they still have to. They've been, they've traded. They're 1 and 2 prospects in the Nationals trade. Yeah, isn't when a pitcher goes to the Dodgers, they suddenly become really good a lot of times. So I think we can help Imanaga lower the home run hits. I agree with that. It's not every time. I mean, Noah Syndergaard didn't work out, and there's a few others that don't. But if you look at the Tyler Andersons and Andrew Heaney's, Evan Phillips, there's more. Reminder that anti-Hollywood lifestyle Rendon spurned us, allowed us to get bets. Freeman, Otani, Glasnow, Yamamoto. Thank you, Hollywood lifestyle. Yeah. And the Angels, they really blew that one. That was one of the worst signings. They needed pitching. They did not need. At the time, I wanted Rendon. I'm not going to say Rendon was a bad player. The dude was one of the top. He was a top 3 MVP candidate that year. He finished 3rd, I believe, behind Belly and it was Belly and Yelly, and then Rendon. And he also helped break our heart in the postseason. He was an excellent player. He's fallen apart physically. That happens. He got his money. Let's see. Dodgers, on Hader, Emmanuel Clase, Shane Bieber. I think the Clase Bieber thing was not real. I actually have a little segment I put out yesterday on that. It was a clip from this show, or from the show on Thursday night, I believe. I don't think that's real. I think that's all fake. Hader, I don't know. I'm going to give it 25%. 20% chance they sign Hader. Grizz Monster, Tampa signs Bauer and Pepio and DeLuca get the World Series win. Yeah, what a nightmare that would be. Yeah. Well, the whole Bauer thing was just a. Yep. Yeah, it just is what it was terrible. It was handled. It was a whole mess. And all I have to say about what happened with Bauer is happening all over our country to people that are not well liked. Is what it is, folks. Keep your head on a swivel. Watch for the deep fakes. Do not believe the media. Do your own research. Do a lot of it. Find sources that you trust. All right, enough of that. Tinfoil hat is off. All right. Yeah, love or hate it, Trevor Bauer could be a good addition to the rotation, and they could use him in some way for cheap. Yeah, the Dodgers aren't going to do it, though. That's what they won't go. They won't get Aroldis Chapman either because of something that happened in 2015. Parts of the fan base just won't allow it. What we heard about Castillo and the Mariners, I heard reports they might cut salary and let him go. Gosh, please. Please. Give me Castillo. Give me Luis Castillo right now. That was the big miss in 2022. That was the big miss right there. 25 rotation could be Yamamoto, Glasnow, Otani, Sasaki, Fried, Miller. I'm putting Buehler in there. Sorry, I still want Buehler back. Sasaki, I hope. I'm not convinced he's going to be able to come out after 2024. I really hope so, but there's a lot of money at stake there. They have to work that out. They really have to work something out there. We don't need to close. The Dodgers need outfielder who can hit. Yep. However, I would like to acquire more good pitching. I just don't want the closers anymore. I want anyone who can pitch and is really good to pitch in the innings that the matchups make sense. Dave S. rather go for Hicks or Stevenson on a shorter deal than Hader if you want a late inning guy. I just want guys that can pitch. But yeah, Stevenson, Hicks just, he brings 103. He's fun. Let's finish the job. Bring in Jesus Luzardo to complete the rotation. Yeah, who knows? You, Darvish, are more concerned about beating the Dodgers than winning a World Series. Yeah, that's kind of weird how that is working out. Um, he's a little bit bitter. He shouldn't be. He should be mad at the Astros. That's it. And I know his teammate Musgrove was on that team, but he at least admitted that things went wrong. But still, they work out together. I know this. I have my sources. I actually do. I know this for a fact. Justin Yamas, Pham, Duvall. Yeah, Teoscar's not happening, I don't think. Not if he's going to get 4 years. But Pham and Duvall, one of those guys would make a lot of sense. I would like, still, at the end of the day, right, the dream, folks, is who? Randy Arozarena. Or, as my guy Juan Ramirez says from the Bleed Lows podcast, Randy Rice Arena. Max Fried, come on home. Let's see. Grizz. Cleveland reports pitched the Guardians Dodgers trade to hype up the offseason, but now they're at the Browns made the playoffs. The story died. Yeah, it really did die, didn't it? Maybe that one MLB insiders from Cleveland. Paul Vaughn, hi Tim, go Dodgers. Yes, Paul. Kyle, Max Fried, come on home. Remember, he's going to be like 32 next year. I think I'm right. I'm going to look. Let's look at Max Fried. And I like him too, especially because he likes the Dodgers. He likes Koufax. He likes Kershaw. Okay, so sorry, I was wrong. Let's take a quick look. Just a little bit wrong, but he will be starting his age 31 season as a free agent. So, and he's going to be really expensive, but I would like him. That's for sure. I like guys that want to be Dodgers. I think that's a nice thing. Did you also know? Did y'all also know that AJ Preller, my hero, traded Max Fried? Oh, yeah. Let's look at this. Max Fried. Let's look at that trade again. It was a beauty. AJ Preller, the man, the myth. So weak. Let's see. Oh, wait, there it is. Dang it. Max Fried transactions. Oh, so gross stuff on the thing. Okay. The Atlanta Braves traded Justin Upton and Aaron Northcraft to the San Diego Padres in exchange for Max Fried, Jace Peterson, who's a solid major leaguer, Dustin Peterson, who's not, and Malik Smith, who they thought might be a major leaguer. Yeah, good job, AJ Preller. That was for 1 year of Justin Upton. And then they decided not to trade Justin Upton at the trade deadline and got a pick for him, who I don't know who that was. Again, AJ Preller, great job. Thank you. Let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, Buehler. I want Buehler. You know why? He's a Dodger, and he's also a true stud in the postseason. If he's healthy, I want our guys. I don't want any more guys like Cody leaving. Guys that are Dodgers need to stay Dodgers. Now, you don't go crazy over it, but let's do the best. I would like to do the best to keep those guys. Because we know Dodgers wanted Ohtani and passed on Castillo. No, I don't think that was why. I think they just didn't want to give up the prospects. Let's see. Fried over Buehler, who has 2 TJ surgery, but yeah. I'm going to be loyal to our guys. I want to keep our guys when we can. And Buehler is a foundational piece of this organization. And just think about it. Think about what he did in 2018 World Series. He was the only good pitcher in the 2019 playoffs. And 2020, amazing. And then 2021, they fried him. If we signed tons of free agents last 2 offseasons, Ohtani wouldn't be a Dodger. That's true. But Castillo was a guy to trade for. Yes, Rob Bart, we need to extend Will Smith, top 5 catcher in the league. I will say top 3. Any outfield help on the way? Probably. They have Cartaya. Let's see, what if Luis Castillo becomes available, though. Yeah, do it. Make it happen. I'd trade for a Rosarian, except TV won a haul for him, and Rosarian is also a Boris client. Yeah, but there's 3 years of his contract. I'm good with that. How many more prospects are we going to give up to get a Rosarian? I'd give up quite a bit. He would not cost the entire farm system. He would cost, I do say, 4 prospects. The downside of Sasaki is that he never throw more than 100 innings a season yet. Correct. 6-man rotation. They have to be looking at that. Paul Charles, are the Dodgers still going to make any moves for spring training? Yes. Yes. I still think they're in on one more pitcher. I don't know who and I don't know what. And I still think they're looking for a right-handed bat. I would be looking for left-handed relief pitching. I don't like what we have. And I would be making sure that we have a defensive replacement for Max Muncy in the 8th and 9th innings. Yep, Mr. Clark, not all Japanese pitchers are going to pan out. That is correct. That is correct. Not all pitchers pan out. Some get hurt. I'm a little concerned about the splitter with Yamamoto. I'm concerned a little bit about his arm action. Yes, AJ Preller, trade away Max Fried. Trey Turner in the draft pick ATL used to select Austin Riley. To AJ Preller, Happy New Year. May you be the Padres GM for another 20 years, or at least until I die. He also traded away Ty France for Austin Nola. Yeah, I know. He was reckless. And part of it was because Peter Seidler. Okay, Peter knew he was dying, and so there was some recklessness there. But some of that stuff earlier, that was not. I swear, that was not during what's it called? Oh gosh darn. That was before Seidler. That was in 2014, off season of 2014, when you started seeing in Preller we trust, just because they traded for Matt Kemp. Now I love Matthew Ryan Kemp. Love me some Matthew Ryan. But y'all screwed up. Okay? That was Dodgers ripped them off. Absolutely ripped them off. They got Yasmani Grandal for a lot cheaper, and they traded on the downside Matthew Ryan Kemp. And again, I love me some Matthew Ryan Kemp. One of my favorites of all time. Let's see. Zelazoom, all of Japan wants to see Sasaki play with Ohtani and Yamamoto on the Dodgers. That 1-2-3 would be crazy, then followed by Glasnow and Miller. If Sasaki comes early, they'll pick him up for free. I know. It's killing me. Make it happen. Mr. Classic, yes, Japanese pitchers discipline due to culture, but they don't all pan out. That's true. Hidaki Irabu did not pan out. There's been a few others. Some have, though. Tanaka was really good. He would have been better, but his elbow was started to go. They all throw the splitter. If they don't have good mechanics with their arm, they will end up with a bad elbow. That is the splitter. That is the curse of the splitter. Dave Stewart, 1989 World Series MVP and champion. 1993 World Series champion, 1981 World Series champion with your Los Angeles Dodgers. I asked him the question about my son throwing a splitter, and he says, "Man, you got to throw it 100% perfect, or you're gonna blow your elbow." And I talked to a guy who had actually had Tommy John, and this was literally in St. Louis, 2013, Game 1 of the NLCS. I was there on business travel, and I had standing room only seats, and I must admit, y'all talk about any other fans. Cardinal fans are amazing, and they just know the game. I'll go to a Dodger game, and there's fans that still think Puig's on the team. So Cardinal fans, they're definitely, maybe that's because that's all they've got. I don't know. But And we know in LA, some people just go into LA the games because they want to. Cardinal fans, you gotta really want it. So they do. So I ran into this young man, and we were talking about pitching, and he told me he had Tommy John. And I said, "Hey, what happened?" He goes, "Splitter. Started here." Said I wasn't throwing the splitter right. This is right around the time that I talked to Stu. So, there you go. That's why. So that's why Gonsolin, Tommy John. That's splitter. Dustin May, just because his mechanics are so bad. Oh man. Oh my gosh. Dustin May, here you go. Hiya. Right. Okay. So too bad Cody is a Boris guy. Would love to have him back. He's a great center, great outfielder. Yeah, that ship has sailed, I think. We only have 4 years of Ohtani, Betts, and Freeman contract purposes. We have to go in all now. Correct. Nando. Giolito was DFA and almost got $40 million. Yeah. Montgomery and Snell must have loved that. I know, and they're both Boris. Yeah, Giolito. So my understanding was he was going through divorce, and he was going through all this stuff. So he was a wreck. Now he goes to Boston with the Green Monster. I think he gives up 50. I'm sorry. He shouldn't have gone there. That was a mistake. Well, you get paid, right? He's going to get paid. They're going to be merciless to him. Forever for two. Will Hyun-Jin Ryu still have gas in the tank to help with the Dodgers? Maybe. That could be out there. My guy Joseph Kim says it's out there. We've seen some other rumors maybe, but wouldn't be shocked to see Woodruff sign. Yeah, guess what? I'm going to talk about that in a minute. I think that no, actually I talked about it. Never mind. I talked about it previously. I got a little short coming out on that. Yeah, I talked about that last time. But Woodruff, because you get him in a 2-year contract, and he obviously just rehabs this year, and he's ready to go next year. Stock up on pitching. The Dodgers had, in my opinion, 10 starters going into last season and ended up having to trade for Lance Lynn because they needed innings in frickin' July and August. Hey, Craig. Good morning for me. Mr. Classic, Lucas Giolito got lucky. Red Sox were dumb. I think there's a battle. I think the Mets were going to be just as dumb. Ray Barrios. Do you see Yarbrough as a key left-handed starter next season? They need one if Kershaw's gone. I don't think it's going to matter about the arm, what arm they throw with for starters as much. But I see him being a very key player. I think he pitches both as a starter and relief pitching. It also depends on what they do. If they don't get another starter, welcome to the starting rotation, Ryan Yarbrough. His worst signing was Manny. I don't think people want to play with him. Yeah, he's a weirdo. I get it, Danielle. I think though that he's their franchise player. But he is a weirdo, and to be honest, the Padres, and I've said it, they should have done this after 2022, and they have another chance to do it after 2023. There's one man for them to sign. Only one man that would really matter, and his name is Justin Turner. They need a dad in that frickin' clubhouse. Manny respects JT. Then again, maybe JT didn't want to go there because of Manny. If trades make trade, will it be today? Maybe. Yeah, let's hope so. Let's get some action. I think Boris is holding everything up now. He's got the top 4 free agents, pretty much, or close to it. He doesn't have. I don't think he has. What's his name? What's the boy? What's that guy's name? Hader. Jake DeGrom shouldn't be throwing. Yeah. Jake DeGrom shouldn't be throwing 101 mile per hour fastballs, 92 mile per hour sliders in the 8th inning. Absolutely. I agree. He's too thin. Ryan, Ohtani had the same problem with his splitter last year. That's why he stopped throwing it after, featuring his entire career. I know, right? It's a dangerous pitch if you're not throwing it perfectly. Montgomery's going to get 6,150. I think more. I think 6,180. I'm just saying. Oh, guess who's... Uh-oh. Getting a text from Doug McCain right now. I would share it, but I'm not. He's going to be dropping a video. Let's see what he's about. Let's see. Montgomery's going to get 6,150 and Snell 8,200. Yeah, yeah. They are desperate. Let me just text Doug. I'll get back to him. Let's see. All right, there we go. Yeah, and someone said, I can't, maybe it was one of you guys in the chat for sure, because you guys are the smart ones. Snell's going to get extra just because of the Cy Young. Yep. Fair's a homer in paradise. Yes, it is. Wouldn't be surprised if they're cooking up a trade with the Rays right now. I hope so. Friedman surprises, man. That dude, he works in silence. He runs silent. He runs deep. Alrighty, postseason Randy Bat is exactly what they need. I know. I think you got to go hard because you've signed Yamamoto. Because they've signed Yamamoto and they have Glasnow now. They have a ton of prospects. They need to trade some guys. Schilling gave up less home runs in Boston than Philly. Yeah, I tell you, man. Schilling should be in the Hall of Fame. It's disgusting. I don't care what his politics are. He deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. If John Smoltz is in the Hall of Fame, Curt Schilling should be in the Hall of Fame. Oh, Montas just signed? I didn't see that. For reals? Huh? Oh. Let's pull it up, folks. Let's go to the Twitter machine. See Eric out there. Let's see. Let me get Heyman. Why isn't he in my notifications? Heyman. Let's see. Okay, here we go. John Heyman. Yep. Oh my gosh. If that's a 1-year deal? Whoa. 1-year deal for a broken dude. I mean, there's only one response to this. Holy smokes. And so I'm just getting you reply to Heyman, it boosts your standings. Sorry. Another Dodger target is gone. All right. He was an old friend, remember? He was a Dodger briefly. Got traded for the great Rich Hill. That's insane. Dodgers do need at least one more starter I'd like. However, I would consider, let me go back to here. I would consider you've got guys like all the young guys. They're going to fill in some roles. They're going to definitely, all of them are going to make it. I think even Mr. River Ryan is going to make his debut in 2024. If they don't get Hader, do you think we see Alec? I keep doing that. Alec Gamboa maybe at some point next year. I hope so. I was really disappointed they didn't protect him. At the same time, it's a little shocking that that no one claimed him. I don't know why. I really don't know why. I would have claimed him. Maybe it's because the roster, because the total players are down to 165 and rosters were pretty full. Justin Turner would be a more grandpa in the clubhouse. Yeah, they need him, though. I don't want JT on the Dodgers as a manager. Put him in the front office. But Padres could really use him. He could play first base a bit. He could DH. And he can maybe get a hold of some of that talent in there. And, the other thing that the Padres really, even before this, when the Angels released Albert Pujols, legend, absolute legend, Albert Pujols. The Padres should have signed him. They needed that dude. They needed that dude. We're seeing all sorts of notifications. It's all the same. Let's see. Who else is... Yeah, I'm not getting... I got to turn Heyman's notifications on. I thought I had him on. Yeah, notify me. Oh, there we go. All right. Sorry, Heyman. Yeah, crack is whack. So if he's getting that, all bets are off on all these deals. I mean, geez, frickin' Louise. Wow. Frankie let's look him up. What did he really do this year? Or what has he been doing? Baseball Reference, let's go. Oh, he was great. He had one game, 1.1 innings. Are you kidding me? I don't want to hear anyone complaining about Dodgers overspending again. And he gets performance bonuses. Holy smokes. Okay, again, crack is whack. 7.1 career WAR, really. He had a good 2019 and a good 2021 with his WAR. Good Lord. Come on, folks. And don't forget, he's a Boris client. Don't forget, he also got suspended for you-know-what. Yeah. Okay, well, Frankie Montas, you are an overpaid Red. Congratulations. Scott Boras is the best agent out there. There is no doubt about that. Reds, suckers. That was a huge mistake. We need a left fielder, at least an average defender with a bat like Randy and an innings eater. Yes, let's do it. Mr. Classic, Boris looking for bags of dollars from Belly, but Boris is getting delusional. But look what he just got for Frankie Montas. A guy who was injured all year, 1 year, $16 million with performance incentives. Holy smokes. Yeah, JT had a pretty good year at the Monster. He did. Yeah, he run one off of Gavin Stone. I think, was it 2 off Gavin Stone? Can we still circle back to Arenado? I doubt it. If the Padres, yeah. Let's not give those guys ideas. They can continue to keep it real since 1969. Hey, you know what? As long as they have AJ Preller, they're going to keep doing stupid things. Yep, we need a Rosarena. Yes, teams are not looking at Boris as being a favorable person to deal with. Teams know this. Yeah, but you know what? He's really good at what he does. He's the best. He will get. Prediction. Cody Bellinger will get a $200 million contract. He will. Boris will get it out of somebody. And they will smile as they sign that contract and say what a great deal it was. Now, they may spread it out over the years like they do with the Bogarts, but he's going to get $200 million at least. JT needs to come back to the Dodgers, part of the staff. Yeah, I'd put him in the front office. Him as a manager makes no sense to me. He played third base. Give me a catcher, and his name is Austin Barnes. That's my manager. That's what I do. Yeah, I'm just seeing all the reactions right now. Let's see. I'm gonna just make sure Doug didn't. He was working on a video. Let's see. JT and the D-backs or Mets or Angels, perhaps. Yeah, just I don't want him to come back to the D-backs, Padres, or the Giants. Mets would be really, really a nice story. But if they think he's going to play anything other than DH on that team, they're high. He could barely play third base for the Dodgers. He's worse now. Use prospects need trading for Luzardo or Randy. Yeah, then sign a lefty reliever too. Ohtani went away from the splitter and changed to the sweeper. Okay. Only problem was it was not as good as the splitter. Right. Hoping the Dodgers can revamp the sweeper. They will. It's weird how the sweeper all of a sudden has become this pitch. I don't know. Yep, Montas Reds. Walker said he wants to be remembered as a Dodger great, so keep Walker. Yeah. And my hope is with Walker Buehler, they signed him to a 2-year contract. With a nice average, with a ton of incentives that would allow him to get a huge, huge boost next year by being good again. Aaron Vaughn, morning, Tim. Thanks for hosting a chat this morning. Yeah, could you give me a MLB comparison for River Ryan? Ooh. I need to think about that. He's such an evolving pitcher because he's still learning how to pitch. So that's where I go, He's very athletic. He was a shortstop. Indicon. Let's see. Who would rather have, Luis Castillo or Shane Bieber? Castillo in a heartbeat. I think Bieber is broke. I don't like JT as head coach. I really don't, Chris Monster. I don't get it. He's the one making the final decisions. I just don't think I wouldn't do it. I put him in the front office. Lot for 2 years, 38. That's for Giolito, right? NS. That's the type of deal Friedman likes. Yeah, he wouldn't pay that much on. He would do it for Buehler, but he wouldn't do it for like Giolito. Too much. Randy Johnson is in the Hall of Fame, first ballot. One of the greatest of all time, Paul. Oh, thanks, Justin, for coming out, man. Appreciate it. Let's see. Have a good day. Justin, yes. Okay, Andrew, the pitchers are now slowly leaving the board. He will make his move. He will strike. It might be. It's probably going to be someone we're not expecting. Oh, and Danielle says it right here. Thank you. Honestly, I didn't read this first. I think Andrew is going to make some sleeper deal nobody's talking about. So quiet. Again, run silent, run deep. For y'all who know submarines. My father-in-law was on submarines. Just as a point of fact, it's a different life. That's Giolito. Yeah, months gone back-to-back days. Yeah. And Montes gone back. Yeah. Yep. Friedman's time will shine. Well, let's be honest. Friedman is freaking solid gold lately. Shohei Ohtani, Tyler Glasnow, and Yoshinobu Yamamoto. That's some serious shine. You just want to keep the shine on. I hear you. He's one bad move from everyone going, he sucks. Dave asks, question is if Kershaw somehow leaves LA for the Rangers, does Barnes follow him there? That wouldn't be surprising. Let's see, Randy Y. River Ryan gets a lot of hype on this channel. Yes, he does. But I think he's good, but not surefire MLB player. True. Great value and promise for Beatty though. Yeah, and he's a little higher on the he's definitely a high risk, high reward. I mean, trading Matt Beatty for him, just glory. But they did that with the purpose of trying to evolve him. Again, he's really athletic, and he throws really hard. So now he might end up being a reliever instead of a starter. It just depends, but I think he's athletic enough. He's about 6'2"-ish. Good build. Pause. So we'll see. But he's a smart guy, aggressive, wants to be great. Oh, I guess another one of my videos just came up. I think it's a short. I'm not sure. Let's see. Honestly, I get the feeling nobody wants to deal with Friedman. If you had Ohtani, would you want to make the Dodgers better? Oh, yeah. I hear you. Yeah, well, that's why the Rockies, instead of trading Arenado to the Dodgers for a much better haul, traded him to the Cardinals for basically crap, and gave him $50 million. That's how dumb these guys are. Montas wasn't great. Yeah, injured whole season. Yeah. Oh no, not he pitched 1.1 innings. He's a guy that gets hurt. I mean, he got hurt at the end of 2022 also. Yeah, looking at Montas overall, but if it's a 1-year deal, they better hope he shines. Or even if he does shine, then he leaves. That's why you sign him. If you want to take a risk, you do it like you do a 2-year deal, like I'm proposing for the glorious Walker F. and Buehler. Imanaga. Okay, I just like saying Imanaga. Imanaga is going to be next off the board probably. His posting date is January 11. January 11. Yep. You got it. That's where, yeah. That brings us to our next topic. Don't use crack. LT from the Waterboy. I know. Hader and Imanaga are going to sign with the Dodgers. Oh, boy. That would be insane. That would be insane. Thanks, Noah. Got about 10 days left to sign. Yep. That's true. Is Stone in Dodger plans? Yes, he is, Craig. It's just, what are they going to do? I mean, they also could have a plan to trade him. It depends. He had a rough year. We've talked about it. He had a great spring training, had a bad start at OKC. Really didn't. He had maybe one good game, and then the Dodgers promote him. He got roughed up, wasn't ready. Went back down to OKC, still kind of wasn't very good. Came back, had a decent outing with the Dodgers, a little bit. Started to look better, and then went back to OKC and ended well. So that's good. Mr. Classic, once Hader lowers his asking price, so many teams are going to jump at it. Hopes Andrew bites first. Yeah, we'll see about that. I know. Who is the next Clayton Kershaw on the Dodgers minor league teams? There is none. Maybe the closest would be Maddox Bruns. But his command is still coming around. But Clayton's wasn't that good either. What? He's got the same. He's not as big as Kersh. But sorry, I'm just checking these things out. Things are happening. I just want to make sure we don't miss anything. Yeah, Maddox is. I think he has the potential. Mr. Classic, yeah, he might go to the Rangers. I mean, if you think about it, let's think about this. So Clayton Kershaw needs to rehab first half of the season at least. Where does he want to do it? Does he want to do it in LA, Arizona, or Texas? Yep, Andrew doesn't speak until it's checkmate. Yeah, he is the Jeff Passan of GMs. They try not to leak. Luis Ortega, they should also get him, also a third baseman. You talking about Arenado? Do you like River Ryan over Kyle Hurt? At the moment, I'm going to go a little bit with Kyle Hurt just because he's made the major leagues and looked good. He's been in AAA. There's no reason Ryan can't do what he's done. Kyle Hurt, though. Kyle Hurt. Let's talk about him for a minute. In fact, I want to bring up his numbers. MILB. I think they're just super interesting because he's improved so much. All right, let's talk about Kyle Hurt a little bit. This is kind of off program, but let's go. All right, I'm going to go right to 2021. He was drafted in 2020, by the Marlins. Traded to the Dodgers. Let's look at his numbers, though. So overall, 2 teams in the ACL and Rancho. 12 games, 4 started, 21 innings, 10 walks, 36 Ks. Okay, we see something. We see some high walks, but we also see incredible Ks. ERA 5.57. 2022, 2 teams, Great Lakes and Tulsa. Great Lakes, pretty freaking good. 13 games, 11 starts. Complete game. That must have been it must have been a 7-inning game. 40 innings, 21 hits. 10 earned runs, only 1 dong, 22 walks in 40 innings. You notice something there? 64 strikeouts. Those walks end up scoring is the problem. And then 2022, which they didn't score near as much, but in 2022 with Tulsa, he went 12 games, 8 starts, 31 innings, 35 hits, 37 walks, 45 Ks. You go, he sucks. Now, in AA with Tulsa, 19 games, 15 starts, 65 innings, 50 hits, 33 walks, still a little high, 110 strikeouts. Say what? 110 strikeouts. That's almost 2 per inning. Then he gets promoted to AAA, Pitchers Park. They do a lot of piggybacking with him. This is where you go, well, maybe he's a reliever. 27 innings, 19 hits, 11 walks. It's a little bit better. 42 strikeouts. But overall, his command, everything is getting better. Everything is trending higher. So as a relief pitcher, Kyle Hurt, he's ready. Time to rock and roll. I think he proved it in his brief appearance. So that's a little segment on Kyle Hurt. But yeah, Kyle Hurt really improved. Trade Max. They're not trading him. Max took a lower contract. They're not going to trade him. There's a handshake there. The only way he does get traded is if he agrees to it. Just get us Kersh, Rue, a lefty reliever, please. Platoon Busch and Vargas in left field roster done. I want to talk about that. I am going to talk about that. Dodgers need a third baseman. Well, they have one, Max Muncy. They need someone to play defense at the end of the game, which, in my opinion, is Kike Hernandez. But maybe there's someone else. It's not. Chris Taylor's not that good of a third baseman. I don't know if Michael Busch has improved. I still need to talk to Casey about that. I'm kind of waiting to see if Busch gets traded, to be honest with you, before I talk about it. Oh, hello. Let's go to the Twitter machine. Passing strikes. He is the best. Let's go. The Atlanta Braves are acquiring 7-time All-Star Chris Sale in a trade with the Boston Red Sox, sources tell ESPN. Well-regarded infield prospect Vaughn Grissom is the return to Boston, which will send money with Sale, who waived his no-trade clause to join Atlanta. Whoa! Now, is Chris Sale even healthy? Good Lord, let's take a quick look. We broke some news. Hey, how about that? Chris Sale, MLB. I love Chris Sale, by the way. He's nasty. He is nasty. Let's see what he did last year. Whew. Well. Not too bad, actually, when you think about it. So 20 starts, coming back off Tommy John. A little shaky, even at that. 102 innings, 87 hits. How many walks did he go? I can't see the walks. The walks he gave up, 29. Okay, that's fine. 125 Ks. Ooh. Atlanta, good move, I guess. He's going to be 35. Let's take a look at his contract. We know, let's see. So he joins the Braves. That makes the Braves, I think, interesting. Chris Sale is scary to me as the lefty because the Dodgers are so loaded with lefties. Go get Randy Arozarena for the postseason alone, por favor. Andrew Friedman, make it happen. So he's 35 this year. There's cash back. They still have him with Baston. Club option, which I doubt he'll do. Well, he waived a full trade, no trade clause. It vests with top 10 finish. Okay, so and then he'll be a free agent after that. So interesting. Chris Sale is a barv. Okay, cool. I'm going to keep these notifications going, just see what else we get. I want to, that deserves a wow. Again, I'm just doing my internet thing, get my views up. Passan is the GOAT. Let's see. Okay, back up. Ooh. Yep. Mr. Classic, they're not going to trade that. They're not getting rid of him. Grizzmonster Chapman is the best available third baseman. Is only a defensive upgrade, not offensive. Correct. Too bad Hurt isn't a lefty. Correct, but he's a good one. Clayton Lockhart. What up, Tim? Just smash that like button. Thank you. And if more people could do that, I'd appreciate it. Kyle Weissman, Vargas is a better defender than I think most realize. I thought he was really good at second, considering it was his first year. I just don't. I think the Dodgers gave up on him as a third baseman. I don't think he played there hardly at all when he went back. We haven't had a third baseman since Belcher. Well, we had this guy named Justin Turner, DJ Jesse. He was pretty good. Now, he wasn't as great a defender. And don't forget, we had the great Juan Uribe, who was defensively was a stud. It's just he didn't get a Golden Glove because Arenado was there. Trade's weird. Braves are going to be tough. Chris Sale sure would have been a good arm out of the pen. What money he makes is going to start, right? Oh, yeah. I would have gone for Chris Sale. I like that idea. Yeah, what a time to tune in. I know. Yeah, Bryce. I think Braves did well with that one. They would be out on Cease. Yes, correct. They gave up the one guy, Von Grissom. Grissom. Red Sox in a fire sale. Bump. Braves still better on paper than Dodgers in a lot of ways. Yes. Yeah, JT is out of there. Braves preparing for Fried to leave perhaps after next season. Yeah, but Sale probably leaves after next season too. I think they don't want to pay big money to some of those starters. Come on, Andrew, do something. He's going to be fine. Sale is injury prone. Yes, he is. Glasnow's injury prone. Yep, same thing. Yeah, very true. On the real, though, I have never heard of Shota Imanaga, but if he's a good lefty, then we definitely need to bring him in for a test run. Yeah, the thing is that test run's going to cost like 5 years, $100 million. Enough. All that to lose in the series. Yeah. Andrew Freeman now is the time to strike. Barr's moving the needle on this deal. I think so, yeah. So you get Lucas Giolito and trade Chris Sale. Ooh. Red Sox. Man, they really must like Von Grissom. Because You know what I really like? I like how all these guys that break trades, they don't retweet the other guy. It's simple. Watch me. Watch me. This is how you should do it. You go, oh, he was first. I don't want to throw JP in that one because he doesn't belong in that one. I'm a fan, but yeah, he doesn't belong there. So I'm going to go, and you quote him. And you go, and then you can go passing first on the sale trade. And then you go again. That's how you do it. You don't do this. I'm going to pick on somebody. Let's look at Bob, who I like. Why didn't you retweet him? John, why didn't you retweet him? I'm gonna get a little salty here. Watch this. I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna go. Whoop. Look at that. This is this is what you got. This is what you're supposed to do. Again, I like Bob. I like John. Come on, man. Everyone pivoting away from the price of cease. Yeah. Oh, Grizz. Bullseye. They're going, huh? Why would I pay that much for a guy with a 4.91 ERA or whatever, 4.8 something? Why would I do that? The White Sox blew it again. Imanaga's teammate in Japan was Trevor Bauer, and they posted identical stats. Okay, good. If we get him, but if we don't get him, he sucks. Let's be honest. Right now, Braves trying to one up the Dodgers. Yeah, and the Braves. Oh, this is a good one, my guy Sergio. Let's just look at this tweet really quick because I like it a lot. Here we go. The real Sergio Quintero. Dodgers have caused an arms race. What does our team have up its sleeve? Oh, yeah. That's where it's at, folks. Andrew Friedman leading. The Dodgers leading. I think, yeah, something's cooking. Mark says, as long as we make it to the series, we're happy. In 2024, we have Yoshinobu and Shohei in the playoffs and World Series. I don't know if Shohei's going to be ready, though, for that. And the Dodgers are going to be the next Padres. A lot of good players, but no championship. Oh, I hope you're wrong. The thing is, the Dodgers they plan better than the Padres. They sit there and they go, 10 years ago, we targeted Shohei Ohtani. 3-4 years ago, we targeted Yoshinobu Yamamoto, and we had a plan to get there, and they stuck with it. And as thank you. Well, Braves they might. They're good. They're very good. They did win it in 2021 though. Will Sasaki post early? I don't know. I hope so. Yep, Trey B. Dylan C's trade market can't be too hot right now. I'd rather go after him hard right now. Yeah. I mean, it's all relative. Do I want to trade Emmett Sheehan in a package for Dylan Cease? Heck no. I'm not trading Emmett Sheehan for Dylan Cease. Am I trading some of the other guys maybe? Yeah. I'd do that. But not a guy that's in my rotation now. I'm just not doing that. More notifications. Yeah. Let's see, what's this? Passing was first. Yeah, there's Chris Guzman says, Chris Sale, more like fire sale. Yeah, we already had that one. Okay, so that was a fun little thing. I'm going to try to do this one, DB Rotor one. Comparing the Padres to the Dodgers is like comparing Ronda Rousey to Nurmagomedov. I'm assuming that's a WWE guy. Brian Brunette says, I think they will get creative with the big trade that no one sees coming, like the Nick Punto trade. Yes. Yeah, trade Stone before Sheehan. Yeah, I'm not trading Sheehan, except for Luzardo, because there's 3 years there. That's the only way. Oh, I'm not embarrassed, Grizz, at all. I was more embarrassed by them losing the last 2 years. And really, because of they saved some things in order to do what they're doing now. Yeah. And they do see it. They have a really good vision. That's the thing with the Dodgers. They have real vision. They have long-term vision. They have 10-year vision. Well, at least Friedman and Walter have 10-year, especially Friedman has 10-year vision because he's basically unfireable. Would I trade Sheehan if Robert is included? Ooh. A definite maybe. Sorry. I haven't thought that through. I just think Sheehan's going to be really good. But, man, Robert, oh, boy. I want him bad. That's a great question. Man, if we could somehow pry Robert along with Heath, yeah, adios Sheehan maybe. Yeah, it would be more. Yeah, for sure. Let's see. People used to be surprised when a ball player got paid $1 million. I know. I remember. It was Dave Winfield. Right? It was Dave Winfield. I remember Pete Rose got a 5-year, $4 million contract after the 78 season. I think Winfield was the first one to get $1 million. I might be wrong. Yeah, crazy stuff. All right, I want to do a quick little segment about left field options. I know it's kind of one of those, hey, but we've talked about this many times. It can't be talked about enough. All right. So I'm gonna ignore the chat a little bit, and I'm gonna do this on the left fielders. Okay. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's talk about the Dodgers' left field position. Right now, probably their left fielder is a man named Chris Taylor. Other possible depth out there might be Miguel Vargas, might be Michael Busch. We don't know. Neither one of them are proven outfielders. And neither one of them, to be honest, are proven major league players yet. I believe in them. I am a Michael Busch truther. I am a Miguel Vargas truther. So I believe in them. However, with them learning another position, both of them learning another position, after Busch spent all year at third base and send him to left field now, and Vargas to go from second base to the outfield after getting decent at second base, is it? How are they going to do? How will they handle that mentally? Do they take it to the plate? I got a feeling Vargas was a little disturbed at the plate. I got a feeling, well, Busch just didn't get enough. He didn't get enough shine in major leagues. He didn't get enough. He started 3 games in a row. Wow. Oh my gosh. But I believe those guys are going to hit. It's just a matter of what position and maybe what team. Now, my 2 guys that I like to fill in, to come in for that at that position, would be more full-time guys, I believe. And one is Tommy Pham, and one is Adam Duvall. Both of them are around 35-ish. They probably got another year or 2 left in them. And they would be relatively cheap. So I think one of them will be it. I think that's going to happen. However, there's 2 names that keep lurking about. Randy Arozarena, Luis Robert Jr. They would both be really, really great fits for the Dodgers in left field. Arozarena has postseason glory. Guy almost single-handedly beat the Dodgers in 2020. He shows up. Some players don't show up in the postseason, but you need guys to show up in the postseason to lift those guys that don't. And maybe they will show up. So I'm a big fan of making a move, and it will cost a lot to get either one of those players. It will take 3 to 4 top 10 prospects, maybe. Or top 15. Let's go there. Maybe a wild card in there too. It's going to take a lot. And so do the Dodgers go, hey, let's go approach the White Sox with a huge blockbuster that would have to feature a guy that I consider just about untouchable, Emmett Sheehan. And they go, Emmett Sheehan plus. Guys like Dalton Rushing. Ugh. For Dylan Cease and Luis Robert Jr. Something to consider. Would they do that? I don't know. This is all speculation on my part and probably from the chat. Chat is king. And then we've been on a Rosarena. I think just about every freaking website, Dodgers fan website, has been in on him. So I'd like to do that. However, I'm not giving up Sheehan for him. Not unless we get another pitcher back. We'd have to get Pep back. Maybe that way. But I'm really reluctant to trade Emmett Sheehan. But if I get Dylan Cease and Robert Jr. for Sheehan and and it's going to take more. It would, again, some really good prospects. I'm in. Let me know your thoughts. Put it in the comments. Put it in the chat. Please like and subscribe what we're doing here. I appreciate you all. Thank you. All right, I got that segment done. Thank you for letting me do that. Let me know what you think. Let's see. What would Babe Ruth get? Oh, Ohtani. Tommy, I don't think he was. Reggie, his contract with the Yankees that went from 77 to 81 was like 5 years, $3 million. Dave S., you nailed it. You're right. Nolan Ryan was the year before. He was the year before Dave Winfield. Correct. Ding, 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 ding. You get the big W. Thank you for that. Yes, you are correct. And he went to the Astros. Oh my gosh. Y'all weren't there. Most of us, some of us were. The Astros, oh my gosh, they had Nolan Ryan and a man named James Rodney Richard, J.R. Richard, who was on his way to history. And both of them were going to probably strike out 300 or something like that in 1980. And J.R. Richard suffered a stroke. Never the same. Never the same. He was 6'8", and he was great. His major league debut in 1971, he struck out 15. He did strike out 315 one year. I think it was in 1978 or 79, one of those two. Oh man! And then Mike Scott was developed. They would have won a World Series in there for sure. That was a really, man. They definitely had some dudes. Look up J.R. Richard. Just look him up. Oh, and look up Nolan Ryan also. That dude is all right. We've always won with Dirt Devils and homegrown superstars over the big splash, high dollar signings. That's where my embarrassment comes from. Well, Mookie Betts was a big signing. I mean, they traded for him, but that was a big signing. It's a mixture. And I'm with you on that. I want some of the homegrown guys to stay. Looking back, losing Corey really sucked. So I hear you on that. Yeah, Vargas' hand never healed after the spring training fracture. No, it didn't, and they hurt it again. Sergio, I just read out your tweet. I've read Pham isn't a clubhouse guy. I'd rather they sign Duvall. I've heard the opposite. So yes, he got stabbed at the outside of a strip joint down in San Diego. He slapped the you know what out of our guy, former Dodger great Jock Peterson. But I saw the Diamondbacks loved him. Other teams loved him. So it's when he's on your team, guy. That's what it is. Dodgers are the two best well-run organizations in baseball. Yeah, I mean the Dodgers do it with a ton of money. The Rays do it with no money. Amazing. So Clayton, not quite. Is anyone else there old enough to remember when Joe Namath shocked the world by signing a $400,000 contract with the Jets? I wasn't. I was just a baby, but I remember reading about it in like when I was, I'm going to call it 1972, 73 when I started, 73 probably when I got into sports. I had a little Joe Namath book that I got from those little book things, book fairs or whatever, where you got the page with all the books to order. And I got a Joe Namath book. I think I still have it too. In fact, I better still have it. I read that so many times. Joe Namath was amazing. Too bad his knees blew out. If he had the technology today, who knows? Okay, Dave S. She and Cartaya, Busch, and another prospect or two for Cecil Robert Jr. Who says no? It's going to be something like that. Put it this way, if the White Sox blink on that, they're stupid. They might say, give me Rushing instead of Cartaya. Throw in Taylor or Gonsolin in the mix. The White Sox aren't going to pay for Taylor, and I think he's valuable. You need a guy that can play a lot of positions. That's why another reason I want Kike back too, because when Kike came back, Taylor got better because he didn't have to be the only real utility guy. So I want them both. Yeah, throw Gons. They could do that. They could do that. They would give him a year. Naylor is a poor man's Arozarena. I like Naylor. Just we don't need another lefty bat. I'm just taking a quick look here again. Oh, so the Red Sox are paying $17 million of sales, $27.5 million contract. Wow! So they're getting him for $10 million. That's a good deal. It cost them a good, a guy they like though. Yeah. Koufax, Drysdale, Mays, Mantle broke 100. Can you believe that? I know. Yep, Ryan signed a 4-year, $4.5 million deal. Left the Angels. Yeah, J.R. Richard was amazing. Let's see. No Sheehan trade. Kurt Flood opened the free agent gates. Yeah, he did. But the guys that really opened it up were Andy Messersmith and Dave McAnally. After 1975. It broke my heart because Messersmith was my guy at the time. And he left the Dodgers. And let's see. I think, Freddie fell into their lap. Wait, shortstop Lux or make a trade for Willie Adames. I think Lux will stay. I do too. I'm going to give him a chance. I think they have to. They've spent so much on time and letting people being willing to let what's his name Corey Seager go senior moment and letting Trey go with going, hey, Lux is our guy. I wouldn't give up on him. Adames is for a 1-year thing. If they need him in July because Lux can't fill the position or something, fine, go get him. Let him start the season. Let him play 4 months, which is what I would do. Yeah, and then the Freddie thing just fell into their lap. That wasn't going to happen. That was luck. He was not supposed to ever leave the Braves. Let's see, Cartaya over Rushing. I think the White Sox would want Rushing right now. Dodger Blue, I am concerned. This offseason has been a complete 180 from the Dodgers normally operate. $1 billion for 2 players. Yep. We are going to be watching our prospects playing for others for years. Yeah, but that's only so they filled a DH position and they filled a starting pitching position. Look at it this way. The Dodgers are not going to go and say, we're going to put a $30 million player at each position. They will not do that. They're going to mix it. They're going to go, hey, we're going to have Lux play shortstop. We're going to keep Outman. We're going to try to find a spot maybe for Miguel Vargas and or Michael Busch. We're going to have Bobby Miller go. We're going to have Emmett Sheehan go. They're all going to get some play. Kyle Hurt. Some guys will be traded, but that's part of it. In a couple of years, we're going to have Dalton Rushing, hopefully backing up a newly signed Will Smith. Maybe Cartaya comes knocking on the door. So I look at that and I go, it has to be a mix because you can't have superstars everywhere. There was a plan. There's a plan for this. There's also a plan for Sasaki. If anyone falls in their lap, if they get Hader at some type of a deal that they think is smart, like a short-term high AAV, they'll do it. Great comment though. I Dodger Blue. It's a good. You should be concerned because it's a lot of money, and if those guys don't pan out, we're in trouble. We'll suffer from
emotional damage.
But Giants want to win, and the Padres don't want to win a championship. They just want to stick it to the Dodgers. It sure seems like it. Huge mistake. You don't play, and that's one of the things that I think freaks some of us out. Friedman doesn't react. The Padres could go and they could let's say they signed all those guys. Friedman doesn't go, oh my gosh, then I must sign. I'm going to give Imanaga $40 million a year. I'm going to give Blake Snell $50 million a year. They wouldn't do that. They're smart about how they do stuff. They have a plan, and they go and they target certain players. They tried to get Bryce Harper, didn't work out. They didn't really try to sign Manny Machado. There's reasons, obviously. They went after Francisco Lindor, but they wanted like Dustin May and Gavin Lux, and the Dodgers said no. They went after Mookie Betts, and that happened, and they signed him. They went after. So let's talk about Trevor Bauer. I'm not going to talk about all the stuff that happened. I'm going to talk about the contract. Bauer wanted this huge, high AAV, short-term contract, and the Dodgers are like, "That's right up our that's our strike zone. That's our heat right in our heat map." So that's why they did that. Freddie fell in their lap. Lots of deferments in there. Ohtani, of course, the deferments. Yamamoto, they were on that guy. They were on both those guys for years. They wanted them. They had a plan. So if Hader comes in and goes, hey, how about, and they go, hey, 2 years, $60 million, or something stupid like that, Dodgers go, yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. But they're not going to go 5 years, $100 million. They're just not going to do that. They'll look at stuff like that. They think differently. That's one of the differences between the Dodgers and the Padres and the Dodgers and the Giants and stuff like that. I don't think people really, no offense to Farhan, I don't think he really presents very well. He's a nerd. Nothing wrong with nerds. I got nerd in me. I work with a bunch of nerds. I read in Athletic that when the Dodgers start setting aside the $50+ million in escrow, they can invest it to a certain extent. Haven't read this since. Are you familiar with this topic? I've heard about that. With you, Blue, a bit worrisome, changing philosophies so drastically. I don't think they're changing philosophies. I don't think so. I don't think it's a change. I think it's been there the whole time. They've had a plan for years. It's just my opinion. We can obviously disagree with no problem. I think they could invest that and make a good portion of the money back. Yeah, they're going to do that. They're going to do that. Lux will have a solid season as a dish, 290, 16 homers. He might struggle defensively. Yeah, I'm worried about his knee. I'm not worried about his yips as much as the mobility with the knee. Dude's a great athlete. He's one of the faster guys. Yes, investing $50 million a year will give a huge return over a decade. Yeah, they're going to figure that out. They're going to figure all that stuff out. They have a plan. Well, they didn't know that Shohei was coming at them to defer $68 million. They knew that they would have to go big or go home. But to defer $68 million, that fell in their lap. I bet the agent didn't even get the sentence out of his mouth when the Dodgers said yes on that. Nerds is cool. Yeah. But let's just say you are an athlete. You're a stud athlete. And your GM is Farhan, who played Little League. And is a numbers cruncher. Does he impress you? He impresses me a lot. I met him. He impressed me a lot. But does he impress a jock? Not JOC. Jock go where the money is. But does he impress certain athletes? Does he impress a Blake Snell? Let's be honest. Blake Snell is a jock. He's a gamer. So maybe he does because he's a nerd too, a little bit. But is he impressive? Versus, you go Andrew Friedman, and you got Brandon Gomes. Brandon Gomes pitched in the major leagues. And Andrew Friedman has earned his bona fides. He played baseball at Tulane. He just the thing about Friedman, he wasn't blessed with physical ability. He's just not that big. His future wasn't going to be there. But yeah, I think the Dodgers were excited when the Giants asked permission to talk to Farhan. I don't know. I don't know because they didn't replace him till 2022. I don't know. That's a good question. Someday the book will come out. Someone needs to frickin' get that inside poop on this team. I think the closest will be Andy McCullough, and he's got his Kershaw book coming out, I think, in May. I am excited about that. Andy is the best. His articles that covered the Dodgers were some of the best things. Lux's hairline reminds me of Kirk Gibson. Aw, poor guy. Yep. Sale to Braves was an interesting move. Yeah, Sale always hurt. That's $10 million. They're only paying $10 million of his contract, and they give up a pretty, I guess a guy they didn't think they needed to keep. And I thought, Trevor Story I think is mostly a second baseman now, so maybe he's not a shortstop anymore. Red Sox must need a shortstop. I would have liked to have Chris Sale. I would have taken it. But yeah, you're right. He's injury prone. But he would be a perfect candidate for a 6-man rotation. As we go right back to the beginning, don't we? Right back to the shack, folks. Let's see. I'm just seeing what's going on. All right. I'm going to post Bruce a little bit here. All right. Let's start here. We're going to start with my guy, my man, Josh Thomas from Dodger Blue. Not Dodger Blue. Sorry. Dodgers Digest. Sorry, guys. Both you guys. No respect. The Braves can run out Spencer Strider, Max Fried, and Chris Sale against a very left-handed Dodger lineup. This is a direct shot across the bow. The Dodgers need a right-handed hitter hitting lefty killer bat. Facts. Bruce Kuntz responds, and I like this. Free agent outfielder Tommy Pham has a .834 OPS in his career against left-handers. The Dodgers need a lefty killer in the lineup. Pham would be a good fit, and he wouldn't have to strictly platoon either. Didn't I just say that? Oh. Yeah. But he's right. I don't think they're not stealing from me. Trust me. They're plenty good. They wouldn't dare. They don't need to steal from me. I steal from them like I'm doing right now. So Bruce and Josh are both with Dodgers Digest. Both are. If you're not following them on Twitter, you really, really should. They're both two of the best. Bruce is just killing it. He's got over 7,000 followers now. Good for him. Josh, he should have more than me. He's good. But yeah, so that's where things are heading at the moment. Dodgers need lefty killers. Losing JD Martinez hurts in that way. Let's be straight up honest about that. I'm going to keep this chat open because they're good. Kike would be nice, but Kike more of a utility guy, not as a. I would want him to play. And who knows? Maybe they decide they're going to platoon Outman. I don't know. And I don't know what they're going to do. Outman for average was good against lefties, but no power. So we'll see about that. I wouldn't do it, but I'm just trying to think like the Dodgers do, which is, So Duvall, Pham, we talked about it earlier. Let's go. Yeah, say he'll go to the Braves to be an Iron Man. I don't know about that. Who causes Dodgers in the European to be kicked out of the first round of the postseason 2 years in a row by two teams in the division despite winning 100-plus games in the regular season? They were not prepared. Let's go to 2022. Okay, we got to list some pain. All right, ready, everybody? Let's list some pain now. Let's go back in the history. The 2022 Dodgers decided to roll out on their playoff roster Justin Turner, who was broken, Chris Taylor, who was broken, Tony Gonsolin, who was broken. Okay? And they started Tony Gonsolin in a freaking playoff game. And he lasted an inning and a half. This was game 3. In that game, they had to use their whole bullpen, including Tommy Kahnle, who was coming off an injury himself, had not pitched back-to-backs. Game 4. They keep some of those guys that can't hit because they're broken in the lineup. And they start Tyler Anderson. Great 5 innings. They pull him out. They bring in Chris Martin to go against, 4, 5, and 6, something like that, of the lineup. And he mows him down. But Anderson had only thrown not even 80. It was 80 pitches, gave up 2 hits, no runs. And they took him out, 3-0 lead. Then they brought Tommy Kahnle in for the 7th. This was his first time pitching back-to-back all frickin' season. But he had pitched the day before because they had started Gonsolin. There's always a waterfall with these things, right? A mistake, a decision you make today, butterfly effect, think about it. Something you do today could impact the rest of your life. Okay, you decide to go and drive drunk and you kill somebody. Your life has changed. That's just the way things are. I'm not trying to go, oh my gosh, this is what it's equivalent at. But no, everything has a cause and effect. And so the cause and effect here was starting Gonsolin. And that was it. And so Kahnle didn't get anyone out. He didn't give up any real hard contact. It was just kind of weird, little dunkers. And then with 3-1, 2-1, no outs, they brought in Yency Almonte instead of Evan Phillips. All year they'd bringing in Evan Phillips. And they didn't bring him in. Yency gave up Hassan Kim, double down the line. It just piled up. And then they brought in Vesia. He was not warmed up. And he gave up a hit to Cronenworth, solid hit. 5-3. Game over. After the game, they said, Dave Roberts, why didn't you use Evan Phillips? Oh, we were saving him for the 9th. He's lucky I wasn't in charge. I would have fired him on the spot. Or whoever made that call. I would have fired them on the spot. That's a firing offense. Then, 2023. What lessons did they learn? 0. They started to compromise Kershaw in game 1. His stuff plus stuff was down. way down since he'd come back. And they started him, series over. Then they started Lance Lynn instead of Ryan Pepio. Series over. And Dave Roberts just sitting there looking as the home runs are leaving the park. Or sitting there as both those situations when the big innings happened against Kershaw and Lynn. Just sitting there going, not getting someone up right away. Playing like there was tomorrow. Playing David Peralta, who had been injured and hadn't been good. He'd batted .230 the last half of the season. Kike Hernandez should have been out there the whole time. Organizational failure. They didn't learn any lessons. Hopefully they learned, or it will not matter. All this stuff will not matter if they keep doing the same stupid things over and over and over and over and over. All right. End rant. Braves have Bummer too. Yes. Yeah, they'll probably get him going. If Sasaki goes to the Dodgers, they'll have to spend so much money coming from Japan. Yamamoto, Sasaki, Otani rotation, Glasnow, Walker, Buehler's out of a movie. How many rings? Well, if they don't learn any lessons, 0. Sorry. They should win many rings. And I still believe if Bruce Bochy was the manager of the Dodgers during this era, they would have won 3 World Series. Now that the Braves got Sale, I think the Dodgers need to get Cesar, Luzardo, or Castillo. They need to do that, but they need to get a right-handed bat. I think the Dodgers got complacent both years and lost focus. I agree. Grizz Monster with Clayton. Red Sox can't keep any pitcher they've acquired since Price healthy. That's very true. It's very true. They all get hurt. Even when healthy, I don't see Gonsolin as part of the Dodgers' future. I don't either. Anybody ever told you look like Dan Aykroyd? Okay. That's interesting. Never heard it. Then again, I love Dan Aykroyd. Thank you. Dodgers didn't have the killer instinct. Corey Seager's was the killer instinct, though. Let's go 2023. I don't know about Seager having the killer instinct. If you look at all of his playoff appearances during his time with the Dodgers, only one was good. Enter 2022 and 23, the starting rotation was an issue, and the Dodgers choose not to address. True. Well, yeah. Dave and his trust tree is the only organizational failure I see. Oh, gosh. Facts. Oh, my gosh.
That's the fact, Jeff.
So true. The trust tree. Kenley. How many games were blown because of that trust tree? That started that top of that trust tree. And then just going, oh, that's my guy. Justin's my guy. He's got to play. Taylor's my guy. I don't care if he can't turn his neck or whatever. Gavin Lux was also injured too during that time. Shouldn't have been in the lineup. Had a neck injury. Wasn't even ready. They were trying, and Gonsolin had barely pitched. He wasn't ready. They had opportunities to do better, and they didn't do it. At least put semi-healthy players on the team, on your roster. How about that? Yeah, the trust tree needs to go. It is terrible. And it's like, just because you trust him, people go, oh, over-analytical. No, I don't think that's the case. I think if you followed analytics, Dave Roberts would have done a lot more smarter things back in 2019, back in the last 2 years. The trust tree is just terrible. What really stings is that they started Lance Lynn in an elimination game. Yeah, it was nice. They needed Lance Lynn, but Ryan Pepio should have started that game. No doubt. Not to mention the poor choices like Jansen go away and bring Kimbrel. Yeah, Jansen, I was fine letting him go away. That was no biggie to me. They needed to move on from him because he just wanted to be a closer. I'm done with those guys. Who's our next big right-handed bat? Great question. We all want Randy Arozarena. Let's see. Doc, thank you, Mr. Rogers. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Your recollection of past events really helps put in perspective. There is a butterfly effect. Absolutely. Number 6 through 9 on the Dodgers looked horrible to go get a right-hand bat now. Yeah, go do that. I'm with you. Do you think Josh Hader come to L.A.? 20% chance is where I'm at. That's where I'm at. I'm just going to take a quick look over here on my notifications, see if there's anything coming up. Just in case. You never know, right? Yeah. All right. So we're all good. Any other things? Dodgers had a manager for the last 2 playoffs. Yeah. And I don't just put it on Doc, but he is the face of that. It's management because he doesn't make all the roster decisions. He makes more of the, especially even the lineup is a group thing, but Doc has the final say. And then during the game, it's all Doc. It's all Doc and his guys there. So abs and Doc has those moments where you look at him, he just looks shocked. So you know the Japanese started coming. Well, if you look at the headline, let's go to that. Go to the start. Are the Dodgers after Shota Imanaga? Let's hope so. It'll be fun. Don't know. We'll see. All right. Time to get back at it. We've been almost 2 hours, so I appreciate y'all. Man, good views today. Please like, subscribe. Ohtani batting average against Sale. I don't know. Ohtani's not so bad against lefties, but still, you need some balance. And that's losing Martinez in the lineup hurts that. If they could have 2 DHs, I'd definitely want JD back. If he could play left field, I'd take JD back. None of that's happening. I don't trust Roberts to take all the potential the team has. Yeah, talk about the level of trust or the trust pyramid or whatever it is, the trust tree. With Dave Roberts, it's low on me. He was really good the last 2 games of 2020 World Series. He was good during this last season, during the regular season. He did really well. My biggest question is how they keep having all these guys who are hurt play. Exactly. Old guys remember the Dodgers from the 70s to the present. Yep. Darn right, man. I started in 73. Taylor actually was good at the end of last year. Platoon, JD, and Ohtani left. If Ohtani becomes a left fielder, that would be interesting. Right now, he can't throw. Yeah, we'll miss JD's bat. That's for sure. But Ohtani's a much better hitter. Ohtani's a much better hitter than most human beings, most major league players. He's obviously a superstar. And in a lineup with protection, more protection, I think he's going to do great. Let's see. Hold on. Just see a little comment here. Yeah, this is Sasaki related. It's a comment. Thank you for this, by the way. JOWX3EJ. Jack Harris and Jorge Castillo of the LA Times wrote that Roki Sasaki is thought to have the same opt-out clause that Ohtani had, forced the fighters to post him. Some of the rules did change. If not, then the Chiba Marines won't get a full Yamamoto-like payday until after the 2026 season, when Sasaki will meet the requirement of being at least 25 years of age and having played a professional and a foreign by 6 years. Yet one sign that clubs expect Sasaki to be posted early is clear from fronting team like the Dodgers starts trading for international bonus pool money. That pool would be around $5 million, but a team could increase to about $10 million. Yep, trade Tony Gonsolin for international money and whoever else, right? My prediction before spring training starts: Dodgers are going to make it past the NLDS for sure. That's where I'm going to go with that right there. After that, it's going to be tougher. Braves are really good. Let's be honest. They're really good. If they end up in the World Series against a team like the Astros, they're really good too. If Roberts fails, he's gone, in my opinion. He doesn't have any excuses. Yeah, he has 2 more years on his contract. Ohtani did not protect Roberts. Yeah. Paez in right. Yeah, Hayward and Margot platoon left field. Yeah, I should have mentioned Paez. I should have in my little rant. Yeah, I wouldn't hate that. That's a good alternative too. All right, it's noon my time. I need caffeine. Dodgers go 162-0. And on that note, thank you again, everybody. Amazing. 2,408 views, 200,413 views, 76 likes. We got up to 100 and something concurrent users. It's like 200. Thank you so much. There's no success without a World Series win this year and next year. Yeah, Tina, you're right on the pitchers. But yeah, I need to go. I got things to do. I don't know about y'all, but end of the year stuff, I got to get all those medical things out to get reimbursements, get the final numbers for tax, just to know what's on December 31st, get those numbers. I like to always clear everything before the new year. So I'll do that with my credit cards. And then just got things. We were in Florida for a few days, and we'll be gone again coming up. So I got to get all that together. So I really appreciate y'all. Thank you again. Again. Thank you. Please continue. I appreciate it. And I do, drop some feedback. Dodgers2080@gmail.com. Please feel free. You don't have to put it in public. If you have something private you want to say, Dodgers2080@gmail.com. There's also a text out there, 626, was it 827 or 817? I can't remember my own thing. And then 2080. Let me get that number real quick. Let me just pull that. I want to pull that really quick just to You watch enough Uncle Roger, you start impersonating him. I hope I don't get in trouble. He makes fun of white people a lot, but I can handle it. Let's see. Our number for text or comments, 626-817-2080. All right, everyone. Maybe we'll be back tomorrow. I hope so. We'll figure that out. Hopefully there's some fun news. If there's anything breaking, we will be back on at some point. So again, I like that. Cold hearts never get cold feet when the pressure comes. Yeah. And that's a Rosarena right there. DJ Jesse, everyone else, thank you. Grizz, Happy New Year. Mr. John Rod 77, everyone, thank you. Again, all of proceeds from the ads and super chats goes to St. Jude's Children's Research. Still figuring out what to do for January. I may stick with St. Jude's, but right now they're going to get well over $200 because of your engagement with the channel. So thank you very much, and I look forward to sending that money out. I will keep copies of things if you ever want to see accountability. I'm not going to make it public, but if you want to see stuff, I'll do that. Yeah, I won't work too hard. Yeah, and I'm bringing out the walk today. I'm going to make something in my walk, so I'm looking forward to that, either today or tomorrow. Watch out. All right, everyone. As always, God bless, and go Dodgers.